We'll discuss about pneumatic valves, right? The valves which you are using in pneumatic operation, right? It is almost construction wise, it is same as whatever you are using in a hydraulics also, right? But we'll see according to the industrial aspects also, right? So first, what is valve? Valve is like a simple so we just which right. So function which switching task of a valve either on or off, or it will direct somewhere. So this according to this it is a directional, right? Then it can be a flow control valve, pressure control, and we according to the design. So of the you can say construction detail case as a go for a pneumatic valve. So according to design, it can be a spool valve, it can be a puppet valve, it can be a plate valve, right? According to it is valve. How you are opening the door and how you are closing door, simply manual by just catching the door hand and you are opening and closing. So it is a manual operation. Let's say somehow you are opening by pushing your hand, but some action you have provided no for a return mechanism, pneumatic or hydraulic. So it is a return mechanism will be. So I'm talking about the method of actuation. So method. So according to that, it can be classified mechanical, pneumatic, and electrical, right? So this is the way of you can actuate the valve for either actuation position or normal position. According to size, so size refers to the valve port size, and it is nothing but a thread size, which generally consider in the M and G gauge. M for a metric and G for a British specific gauge, BSG, right? So it can be classified as M5, M7, M6, like, and according to G, it is 1/8, G 1/4. So it may be in an inch or something, right? According to the mounting style, where you are mounting this valve, right? Accordingly, it can be a downstream, it can be upstream, it can be a sub base, it can be valve island, right? So that way you classify overall pneumatic valves. Also, we classify according to the applications for which we are using, right? So they can be power valves, that they can be speed control valve, even signal processing valves, and some specialized valve like proportional valves and fail-safe valves or soft start valve. Now, when we are talking about valves, generally, when we are talking about the automation, we have to draw it on a sheet also, right? So hydraulic circuit is needed, like electric circuit for what we are doing, right? We are the electrical engineer just read the electric circuit and understand where the line goes and what is going to happen and what is not, right? So that way, here also we are developing pneumatic circuits, hydraulic circuit. So whenever you are developing some circuits or whenever you are drawing something, so it should be identified by symbol. So that way, this wall is identified with the symbols. Generally, these two squares here, this square one and this square. So the two squares. So it is a two position wall. One will be a normal position and the another one will be actuated position. Okay, then here you can see the number two, number four. So it can be only two. It can be two and four. It can be two, four, and six. Means this upper port, they are the working port. Means they are open to the actuator, which will give you a work, right? So these two, four, two, four, six, these are the working ports. Whereas you can find here one, three, and five. Out of that, one is always pressure port. One is always supply port. One is always a input. Always an whereas five, they are three and five, they are exhaust port. It can be one only, that is three only, or it can be three and five, it can be three, five, seven, depends on the type of valve or classification of the valve, right? What it was here, right? See, one is connected to 2 means the whatever the compressed air when passing through the supply port number 1, it is going to the port number 2, and port number 2 is open the actuator, and from 4 to 5 will be exhaust. So you are throwing this air through this wall at port number 4. Okay, so that's how the symbols are given. Okay, and it is a standardized pattern, right? Earlier, this directional control valve identified with the letter system earlier, right, where the pressure port was knowing by, right. Nowadays it is known by one number. It is a supply port, it is a pressure port, right. Then a working port, it was known by a b or abc. Nowadays it is two, either 2 4 or 2 4 6. An exhaust port, it is known by R3 or RST or 357. The pilot port Z or Y, maybe 12, 14, 10. I will discuss this pilot word in detail also. So what do you mean by pilot and what is not, right? Then an internal pilot, that is PZ, PY. So it is 81, 91 like that. We are describing, right? It is a port marking for a directional control valve. Now, this is how you will get the symbol, and you have to understand what is it telling to you, right? So there are two squares here and one square. So there are two positions. One is the actuate position and the another one is a normal position. So here this is two, right? And there are two ports. One is a pressure or supply port, and the second one is working port. So this is a 2x2 directional control, right? Now you can see here again there is two position, two square. So two here, and there are three ports, 1, 2, and 3, where one is a pressure port, 2 is a working port, and 3 is an exhaust port, right? So this is a 3x2 directional control valve. Now again, you can deeply classify it as a normally closed. Why normally closed? Because one is not connected to 2 right now. In a normal position, one is not connected to 2. But when you are actuating by some mean, right, then one will be connected to 2 and 2 is not connected to the 3. There is no connection between 2 and 3. So it will be open. It is simply like switches at your home, right, which is not closed. तो स्विच ऑन करते हो तब जाके पंखा चालू होता है या ट्यूबलाइट चालू होती है. सो इट इज अ नॉर्मल, राइट. 1 and 2 what it shows, pressure port से जब 2 जाएगा means electrons flowing here, pneumatic air will flow. Okay, the second one you can see here, it is a 3x2 directional control valve, but it is normally open. You can see right now, normally one is connected to 2, right. Now you can see here also in a left square, this shows the actuated position. So when you are actuating this valve, so 2 will be connected to 3 and 1 will be blocked. Right. Here also you can see when there is actuation, 1 will be connected to 2 and there is no connection for a 3. Okay. Then a 4x2 directional control valve. So in 4x2 directional control valve, right now 1 is connected to 2 means pressure port 1 is connected to the uh, working port, and the from the outward of the actuator which is connected to the 5. So 4 from compressed air, the air which is we want to throw away to the atmosphere, it will pass through the 4 to the 3 and 3 to the H, right. And when you are actuating from here, when the valve is actuated from here, what will happen? 1 will be connected to 4 here, 1 to 4. So this line shows 1 to 4 connection, and 2 will be connected to the 3. So this line shows that this shows the actuated position and this shows the position. When we talk about the 5x2 directional control valve, in a normal position, one is connected to 2, and whatever the air coming out through, so it will be out from port number 4 and to the exhaust 5, right. This is a normal. Now when you are applying something for actuation of this valve, so what will happen? One will be connected to the 4, one will be connected to the 4, which is shown by this line, and 2 will be connected to the 3 here. 2 will be connected to 3. So here you will get an extra exhaust port, whereas you will have only one exhaust port over here 4x2. So functionally 4x2 directional control valve and 5x2 directional control valve, they are similar. Only as an accessory or as an access here, you can find two exhaust, nothing else. Otherwise, the function remains same for both 4x2 and 5x2. They are functionally similar. Then a 5x3 directional control valve you can see here, right? So just a minute.